big Honda energy in this video. No gas. No gas. Snetterton, Civic, big Honda energy, yeah? Snetterton, Civic, race weekend. Snetterton, Civic, race weekend. Snetterton Civic race weekend.
That is it.
Snetterton Civic race weekend.
Nice, stealing that title.
No, because you post your video first. Snetterton Civic race weekend for all. It's early morning. These lads have got scrutineering. Josh has detuned his car so he can race against the other EGs. And when we say detuned, we mean lightly detuned. He's changed the engine. It's now got his dad's Accord old engine in it. No turbo though. So he's gone from a supercharged K24 to a K24 NA. Same spec as Joe. Same spec as Kris. Oh God, that's not wiping it away, is it?
Condensation.
You've got heaters as well, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got heaters in their car, Max.
Just me.
Raymond! Yes. The Honda weekend, everybody. Guess who's not here? Honda weekend.
Where Kevin?
Yeah, we're Kevin. No Kevin. Yes. Honda Civic racing at Snetterton. Honda Civic racing at Snetterton for everybody except Kevin, who's not here. Honda Civic racing at Snetterton. Josh's car is getting a lot of attention, as you can imagine. Going from a Class A road sport 300 brake per ton down to a, well, it's probably like well, it's different because it's with driver in this, the brake house per ton calculation, but it's 200 brake per ton now, so you know. It's lost quite a bit of forced induction, but the engine's basically the same, but it's not the same engine, it's the engine out of the Accord, as we discussed earlier. But he's not driven it at all, no testing, nothing. So that should be fun. Very stressful time for HCR. Very stressful time. Yeah.
No filming allowed in the scrutiny.
Did you get told off?
I got told off, yeah.
Oh, best stop then. We'll cover it later, but yeah, very stressful. So, Josh's car got ripped a bit then. So he got told off for having no handbrake. Got told off for his splitter. Spoiler, sorry. Spoiler, das ist illegal, he said verboten. So you got away with a handbrake?
Some of these cars have a single port master cylinder, brake master cylinder. So if you lose one line, you lose all brakes. But we don't, we have a dual port master cylinder.
Right.
All hobbies.
So it's all good then? So it's just a spoiler?
This is a spoiler.
Ah, sweet. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of prep on this. It's a bit wet inside, I'm just going to run it for a bit and let it demist. I'm not out until we're the 5th qualifying session, so you know, the track should be nice and dry by then. It's still very wet from yesterday. The rain last night was unreal, and yeah, I was pissing about with the car in it. I had some other grey joggers, and I don't know, I brought so many grey joggers with me this weekend, but I was absolutely soaked. In fact, here's a picture of me that Joe's dad took. Yeah, very nice. But yeah, car's good to go. Let's. The only thing I'm concerned about is I don't remember where I put the key. Hopefully it's in here somewhere, and it is. Just let it demist a bit, shall we? Oh yeah, ready to do many fasts. So Joe got the nicest scrutineer I've ever seen. All good. How was that?
Absolutely fine, mate.
Yeah, no issues.
No issues at all. In fact, to quote the scrutiny, no hassle.
No hassle.
No hassle.
Alright.
Top bloke, absolutely sound.
Well, shout outs to the Scrut.
I've got 2 things that I need to do.
What's that? Drive fast.
No, that's the
3
third.
things.
I need to put some yellow tape on my battery negative in case they're not sure which one it is.
Yeah, obviously.
And then I've got to attach a cable tie to this in some manner. He says it don't matter how, just put a cable tie around it.
Okay. Easy.
Easy.
Good luck. Have you got yellow tape?
No.
It's gone spur.
I'll find some.
You'll find some, won't you? Right. Well, we've got a busy day today then, chaps. We've got qualifying and 2 races in the Type R Trophy. We've got a 3rd race tomorrow. Joe and Josh are racing. They've got 2 races today and they're qualifying. And Kris, of course, all the EGs going wild. Big Honda energy in this video. This will keep the DC2 questions to a minimum, won't it? Yeah? There's not going to be another DC2 question for weeks, is there? There's not. Yeah, I guess the DC2 could probably throw its hat into the hot hatch ring, maybe for around the 2, couldn't it, next year? But it'll have to run, yeah, it'll have to be pretty detuned for that, but might be a good laugh. We'll see how they get on today, I'm sure. Be fun for us all to be in the same championship racing against each other, eh? See how Josh and Joe get on today, see if they're still mates at the end of it or not. I'm sure they will be. We're just going to give the car a shake. I'm going to jack up the wheels, shake the wheels about. Some of these boys are going pretty ham, like they're nut checking, bolt checking, everything, you know, giving everything a real good look over. But I'm just going to go kind of blind and say it was alright in the wet session, nothing felt loose, but I'll just double check nothing is loose. Hey, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. The oil is way overfilled, so hopefully we don't have any issues there. Didn't have a chance to align it last night, obviously given the wet weather, but we'll see how it drives in quali. I'll probably check it. I think we've got about 4 hours between qualifying in race 1 and then about 3 hours between race 1 and race 2, so there's plenty of time in between to check alignments and stuff like that. Obviously we'll be watching how the hot hatch and stuff gets on as well, but there should be plenty of time to get the car right, get it dialed in. I'm pretty happy with how it drove in the wet, like really well. I just wasn't happy with how it drove in the dry, which is a bit strange really, isn't it? Does that mean it's too soft? Does it need to be stiffer? Maybe. I don't want to change anything drastic, you know, I just want to just go steady away, but yeah, it's going to be jam-packed today, so I'll not waste too much time waffling. I reckon we'll get into hot hatch qualifying, which is happening in about an hour's time, and then we're shortly after that in the Type R Trophy. So, Snetterton, Civic, big Honda energy, yeah? All the K series is yeah? Alright, Josh has just finished his qualifying. Joe, Kris, got hatch is done. Just about to get ready for mine. Well, not the next one's out, but the next one's after that. So most of the race cars have already made their way down. I've just finished getting my seat belts nice, real nice now, real happy with that. Got to be comfy in the car, aren't you? But yeah, I'm good to go. I've put the roll bar on a slightly softer setting at the back. It looks like it's still a bit wet out there, but we'll see how we go on, eh? Right, we're going to do a little voiceover for the qualifying because I forgot to plug the helmet mic in. But don't worry, it's in for all 3 of the races, so... Yeah, I don't know what that noise was. Did that coming out of qualifying? Probably normal for an EP3 or something. I don't know, I'm right at the back. I don't know if to go steady or just send it. Probably just send it, shouldn't I? So I was quite late to qualifying. I was actually the last one out of all the cars. So I was umming and ahhing what to do. Do I just send it or do I back off a bit and try and get a gap? And what I should have done is just sent it, because Snetterton, as far as club racing goes, Snetterton 300 is probably the longest. So giving myself a gap might seem like a good idea, but in reality it just stole a lap off me, where I think I only got 5 laps rather than 6. Should have just sent it, but I chose to give myself a gap, which would have been fine if I had full confidence that I could just go out and do a flying lap, but I didn't have the confidence. Yeah, you can see me here just trying to get a big gap. I did get a big gap and I did get a couple of clear laps, but did I take advantage of that? No. No, I struggled.
Alright, so it looks like Dan's at the back of the pack. He's got loads of room to play with. I think he's hanging back on purpose. Warming up his tyres now.
Thanks to Media Mike from HCR for sorting some exterior shots out for me. So here I am going for my first flying lap. So give myself a big old gap. Flying down the straight. What do you think might happen on turn 1? Ah, not too bad, eh? Not too bad. The track was still a bit wet in some areas from the rain the previous night. The qualifying times in the hot hatch were way up. It was a lot drier for my session, but you'll see towards the end of the lap it's still a bit patchy. Okay, so first full send into Brundle. Yeah, this is where it was still a bit patchy, so didn't quite make the corner. And of course the rear tyres, after a little bit of cool down, stone cold. So the silver lining of that was I now had an even bigger gap in front of me, so time to make the most of it, right? Here's a good example of the VTEC dropping out when I'm exiting this corner. You'll hear the car go flat. So it was about time I had a moment at turn 1, lap 3. This car was in the middle of the track. Lovely.
I'm in danger!
There was a yellow flag. I didn't see it until watching back the GoPro footage. But yeah, it wouldn't be a EP3 session at Snetterton without a turn 1 incident. So this ended up being my final lap, and it wasn't too bad. A few mistakes here and there, and not as fast as what I did in testing, but fairly clean. Could have been a lot worse. Now, one thing to take note of here is watch my heel and toe in into the tight corner. Remember how I said there's a secret braking technique? Totally happy with my pace there. Yeah, could have done better. You might have noticed I weren't rev matching. Someone told me, a few people have told me to not rev match in these cars, to use the gears to slow it down. So I was trying that a little bit, but yeah. I feel like I should have been faster there, but I wasn't for some reason. Well, qualifying complete. Ended up 9th. So we're in the top 10. Top 10 on the first outing. Should be happy with that, right? I don't know. I feel like with another lap we could have been a good bit higher, but you know, is what it is. I reckon a lot of people are probably thinking the same. So, I mean, the first couple of laps were just nothing. And then obviously the incident with the EP3 in the middle of the road. I thought I might get called to the scrutineers for that one, but I guess they must have reviewed the footage and decided, well, I didn't see a flag. I mean, there probably was a flag, right? But I don't know. I didn't see a flag, so no, it probably was a flag. We need to review the footage, don't we? But yeah, there was an EP3 smack bang in the middle of the track at T1. So that lap was written off. I got 2 laps in at the end, and they were okay laps, but I didn't have a lot of confidence down the back end in the braking zone because of that lock up early on. Yeah, I've got some things I need to look at in the car. I've changed quite a lot of stuff, and it's awkward because I want to change stuff to try and make it go faster, obviously, but then am I changing too much at once? You know, do I just need to get used to driving an EP3? But the way it was when I got it, obviously wasn't in a fitty shape, was it? So we were always going to have to do some stuff. So I think Josh and Joe and everyone qualified alright. I don't think Joe's happy with where he finished up, but I know Josh got 5th. So yeah, I've got 2 races coming up later on today. They've got the same 2 races coming up. Honda. Yeah, I could have done with another lap, but it is what it is. I had a few hairy moments, could have done without the hairy moments, but yeah, went alright, didn't it? Right, I've just been doing some bits on the car. Cleaned out the VTEC solenoid, that was pretty dirty, had some gunk in it. VTC solenoid, that was fine. I figured out why it keeps dropping out of VTEC, but I don't know. I'm gonna get the strings on it, see what the alignment's saying. We're not on the flattest of ground, but it is what it is. Just had a visit from this lovely man here, fighting for the championship today. Look at that t-shirt. Are you gonna folk about or not?
No falking about.
No falking about.
Don't forget. Like Danny DC2, man.
Innit? Drive fast as well.
And drive fast.
Yeah, man. Good luck with the championship battle, sir. We'll be rooting for you. I'll try not to get in your way. I mean, I'm in 9th, so hopefully I'll stay well out of your way, but you never know. She might rip now. I've got that clean solenoid. Oh, yeah. Well, we're all ready for race 1 just about. Just need to put my microphone in the car and put some air in the tyres. I want to go a little bit higher on the tyre pressure, I think. But Joe's got my tyre pressure gauge and he's just been called to assemble it for his first race. So we'll try and get over there before they go, before he locks his car up. Feeling a bit better about the race now. I'm going to go and try and find a Red Bull or something. Alright? I'm going to try and find a Red Bull, so I feel tired. Night before last, coming down here for testing, I only got like 3 hours kip in the night, so I think that's catching up with me. I'm feeling a bit groggy. Yeah, we'll be fine, eh? We'll be fine. It's one of them, once you get in the car, you just go fast, don't you? Just drive fast. Well, they've gone. But has he left his car unlocked? Oh, he has left his car unlocked. Come and steal it if you want to travel back a few weeks. Come and steal things from Joe's car, such as a can of Dr. Pepper multi-pack. Yeah. Although pop's all gone sugar-free and what do you call it? Shit sweeteners, isn't it? So fuck that. Not supporting that. Have a quick peek at assembly area on his way down. Come on. Excuse the wind. I'm trying to block it. Look at that. We've got Kris and Josh next to each other on the grid in the EGs. 5 Civics in the top 5. All the hot hatches ready to go. Joe didn't qualify so well. We can see his car just over here. So Joe's behind some of the Class C cars, which we'll not be happy with, but I mean there's some other Class A cars down the back here as well. I think we're like 15th or something, 20th maybe. But there's plenty of other cars behind him as well. He'll have to do some magic to work up towards the front of the grid with the other EGs. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to rob you some footage from these chaps racing now. I'll put you into that. And in the meantime, I need to go and get my car prepped and ready to go for our first race of the Type R Trophy. But here's a little bit of hot hatch for you.
It gets very busy without the passenger.
Well, the hot hatch is raging on. I've just been putting all the microphone stuff in the car so I can talk to you while I'm racing. Put a spare camera in as well. But Joe, you're supposed to be racing. Do you fancy it?
Fancy it, mate. We're proper rough out there.
Yeah, just thought you'd come in and have a chill.
Yeah, just thought I'd sit this one out.
Yeah. No, so Joe and Josh have both had issues. Joe's mechanical. Josh looks like he's had contact with someone and has had to retire from the race.
Yeah,
so that's super spicy. Yeah, that's not fun, is it? That's not good. So anyway, I'm just getting ready for my race. We're out after the one that's after you, so I just need to cut some cable ties and...
No fancy detailing it, Dan?
No detailing today. Maybe I'll detail it after race 1 if it goes well, yeah? Right, anyway, bad shit. Hopefully get your car sorted. I'll come and, after my race, I'll come over and see how you're getting on.
Yeah.
Hopefully you fix it by then.
Yeah.
I've left everything just as it was. I've not changed anything.
Yeah, just seat time, man.
Just fucking drive it, yeah. I'm just gonna drive it, mate. Cool. Right, I'll see you out for my first race in the Type R Trophy. Right, we're about to embark on our first Type R Trophy race. Starting 9th out of 25 cars. We get a green flag lap, so that'd be nice. I've not done a start yet. Obviously we want to avoid the 1 tons and just hopefully go fast. But we've got 3 races, remember, this is the first of 3. Where am I? Am I here? Yeah. Oh, right over there. Okay. I've also overfilled the oil even more to try and avoid any oil starvation. I'm a little bit heavy on fuel. We were a bit heavy anyway compared to the regs anyway, we're a bit overweight. Okay, that was a bad launch, very bad. So let's try to just slip the clutch, get traction and then go. Could just try 2nd gear, but I don't want to be too much wheel spin without enough practice. Alright, here we go then.
bickering!
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, me!
Well, that was unfortunate, but got the wrong gear after the little spin. He dropped oil or something. It was horrible. Damn, we've dropped a lot of places there. That's a shame.
Hello? Yes? It's a deal.
That was pretty much it for race 1. I was convinced I had a puncher and I was trying to drive around that a little bit on the rear left. Something didn't feel right, so I could feel something funky going on the rear left. I thought it was a puncher, but it wasn't. Yeah. But yeah, then I remembered just going on to the last lap that I had a microphone. Last lap. Sorry, I forgot to talk for ages. I think I've got something going on with the rear left. Might be a puncture or might just be something wrong with the alignment maybe or something. We got a little fluff tap from that blue car behind us. Yeah, there's something funky going on. So I've been thinking for the past few laps that I've got a puncture on the way or something like that. But so I'm going a bit easy in the braking zone because I'm not sure. Oh, yellow flag. Another double wave yellow. Last lap. I think we're in 8th, 7th or 8th, which is not bad considering the almost head on with someone. Finally doing alignment though. I've been resisting. I didn't change any of the alignment yesterday. I didn't change it after qualifying, but we'll definitely have to do it now. There's something pissed on the back. The worst thing about it is I'm borrowing these rear wheels, so if there's damage to the wheel, then well, yeah, it's got a successful first race. We finished, so it's always useful, isn't it? Well, that was a fun race, wasn't it? Was it fun to watch? Sorry for not speaking for most of it. I was thinking things, but forgetting I had the microphone on. Not doing much speaking at all. So this car then, well, yeah, it did all right, didn't it? So I got up quite a few places on the first lap, but then obviously had the spinner in front of me. That was a bit hairy. I think I dropped 3 or 4 places there, and then got myself back up a couple, and ended up finishing 7th. So we started 9th, finished 7th. I don't know what my best lap time was, but I feel like I had a bit more pace. We need to check over the car, I need to check the alignment, whether it's to do with just the rear left. We got a little bit of a love tap into the hairpin. I kept forgetting to not heel and toe. It's a weird thing to try and train your brain out of, but I definitely feel like using the engine braking does maybe not slow them down faster, but certainly more controlled using the engine brake. It just feels, it's not very good for the mechanical sympathy vibes, is it? Just ragging it into gear and lifting the clutch up. My start wasn't too bad. I can definitely improve on that, but we've got 2 more races to do, one today and one tomorrow. All I need to do ahead of the next race is check the wheel alignment, I think. Oh, I should probably do the tyre pressures, but it's cooled down a bit now, but I'll double check, see where they're at. But yeah, we're going to go and see how Josh and Joe are getting on, because obviously they had really bad times in their first race. Josh and Joe both with a DNF. So yeah, I'll just quickly check the pressures and we'll go and see what they're saying. Joe's just telling us how he thinks his problem's having too much fuel now.
Yeah, I think it's like airlocking itself on that long right hander because the breather's blocked.
Have you looked back at your footage to see what it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like fuel start.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's have a look then. One thing that I immediately noticed is that this only happens on right-hand turns, which is very unfortunate because we're on a clockwise circuit. You see, when he pulls out of the corner, the car just stutters, and then he's got no power, no throttle, and then it comes back to life. Now, is that fuel or is that something electronical? All will become clear in the future, but let's just say the car didn't have a very good race day. YouTube viewers think is the problem? You won't find out today, but you will find out in a future video. Oh, Josh's car's strapped up to go home. Alright? Is it that bad, is it? Is it that bad?
It's bent all the chassis rail, fucking shifted it.
Fuck's sake.
Proper shit driving. Shit gear. Stop. How cool it was here.
Oh, they ripped it off?
Ripped all the... Ripped off the ball of the tyre.
So not a good day at all for HCR, but we'll leave them to it because we need to go and get some fuel in Iain's mighty bus. Right, you have about 15 seconds to guess what car this is. Right? Keep thinking. What do you think it is? Right, if you guessed Land Cruiser Amazon, you would be correct. How about that for a tow vehicle, eh? Right, just been and got fuel for this, and all we need to do is do the alignment and then we're good to go. We've got about an hour or so to go. I'm pretty sure this wheel's not right. It was the rear left I was feeling. It's not a puncher, but there was something going on, floaty on the back. So hopefully it's not damaged the damper or anything like that, but let's jack it up and have a look. I'll let you know if I find anything. Right, all done with the alignment then. It's not going to be perfect, we're not in a perfect flat, but I mean the front's where I thought it was, so it can't be that imperfect. The camber will be off obviously, but the tow seems alright. The rear left was towing out a lot, so we fixed that. That's all good now. And yeah, looking good. So hopefully it'll be alright. We're not far off our race. Joe's gone to assemble for his. Obviously Josh is not racing anymore, but thanks for his help sorting this out. And yeah, it's a reverse grid for race 2. So I finished 7th, which means I'll start 4th on the grid, counting number 10, of course. So I'll be on the outside in the second row on the outside. Yeah, sound good? Should be good. So I'm not going to change anything else on the car. Everything else felt pretty good. Oh, I've dropped about 5 psi out the rear tyres because they were really high when I came in. They were like 35 even after they've been chilling for a bit. So yeah, I dropped 5 out of them. Honda's on all the way, not all the way. So. Right, car's all prepped. We're going in. Race 2, so reverse grid, starting 4th. See if we can stay up near the front. That'll be nice, won't it? I'm trying to remember to speak into the mic this time as well. Who knows? I need to remove the filter from my brain, or maybe add a path with no resistance on it between my brain and my mouth. That's the problem. But I'll see what I can do. The sun is mighty bright there, wow. Pulled my visor right down, but I mean, that's doable. I can still see just about. Less than ideal, isn't it? So best case here, we get a really good launch, get around the outside. Worst case, we get a shit launch. This guy on my inside right just flies past me. Definitely shifted a little bit too early into second. Whoa, yeah, look at that guy, massive launch. Car still feels a bit cold.
Where are you going, Tiger?
Fucking hell, messed that up quite badly. Rear right tyre don't feel good. Bias one click back because I think I'm locking the fronts. I don't know what I did then, but I couldn't brake. Fuck off.
NANI?!
Bastard.
He's done a rally driving called 50 Tyrone. Of course I have.
Fuck off. know what I did wrong there. So far out. Well, no, it's not that far out, but my alignment is definitely out. I'm going to brake a bit earlier here because I keep fucking locking. The not heel and towing thing's a bit weird. It's crazy what a bit of dirt will do to the tyres. I need some air. Last lap. Losing a lot of grip at the rear. I mean the alignment's off, so maybe it's not of a contact we had at the back. Other side this time, but that was an hard one. So I made a lot of mistakes there. I didn't feel like I was overdriving the car or anything, but... Well, apologies, it got really dark really quick and I forgot to do a little review of race 2. Let's pick that up. Maybe you can see more from the rear. No? Well, it's really dark, isn't it? We're going to try and find a garage to do the alignment because the alignment's off. But the road not being flat, I feel like I just want to be in the garage and do it properly if we can. If we can try and rob some garage space off someone. But yeah, I drove poorly in race 2. That's the one word for it. Made a lot of mistakes. Caused a lot of issues on track for other people. So yeah, not a great one, was it? But we've got one more to go. So let's at least try and get the wheel pointing straight and we'll have a go at it tomorrow. Yeah, we managed to wing a garage, so yeah, don't shout about it though, we don't want everyone coming down and setting up. Everyone's aligning their EP3s up there in the dark. Looks horrible. We've got some good fucking lights in here, like. I've got it in my pocket.
A hack for not having your EP3 come loose. Don't know how you've done it, but your EP3 stayed aligned. What have you been doing, staying on the track or something?
I've not been staying on the track, mate, that's why I thought we was definitely going to have a bad time here, but we've had a real good time aligning the EP3.
A real good time.
Well,
Did you have a good time, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've only adjusted one thing, and it's all back to how it was.
It only took 25 minutes to adjust that one thing.
Well, it did take a while, yeah. So the rear right did take a knock, and the camber was out. But when we pulled the camber back in, everything else is, well, obviously it was just the toe on this side pulled itself back in, but everything else exactly how it should. Even with all the grass tracking and everything, the front stayed, which is remarkable. So yeah, cheap night. Say cheap night for the pit crew, eh? We're finishing on time-ish. What time is it? It's only 8:10. We should probably change the toe anyway, just to be sure.
Well, I know you've got it set up, I might as well.
Yeah. Ah, cool. So, for some reason we've gained camber on the front, which might just mean that, I don't know, maybe it wasn't perfect. Well, we've got 3.7 front, 3 rear. No, 2.9 rear.
I checked it on a flat floor before,
I've only done it on my tables, but not... They were laser aligned for the MR2, so they wouldn't have been in the same position, right? But yeah, happy days. Just check the oil while it's on a flat as well, eh? Is there anything else we can make most of the garage of while we're here?
No, nothing at all.
Should we just align it anyway? Nah, it's all good. Sound. Well, morning everyone. It's day 2 of Type R Trophy racing. We've got one race left to do today. So we aligned the car last night, that's all good. Should be ready to just send on. Hopefully we don't have any issues. We need to top up the oil just a little bit. Just use a little bit of oil. To be expected, I guess. One thing that I didn't video yesterday was we cleaned out all the solenoids, the VTEC and the VTC, and in the VTEC solenoid there was a big lump of like Honda Bond kind of sealant material. So we're wondering if that was the oil pressure issue that I was having, because it didn't do it at all in the second race, but we'll see how it goes in the third. It's a combination of probably way overfilling the oil and also, you know, cleaning out that VTEC solenoid and hopefully fix the issue, because the engine was sweet in race 2. It was just me that was poor, wasn't it? I drove really shit in race 2, so I'm going to try something different in race 3 as well. I'm going to try and start in second gear if I can. I'm thinking that's maybe what the fast boys are doing and they're getting a really good launch, but I'm going to practice it on the green flag lap, and if it's shit then I'll obviously not pursue with it. But yeah, it seems like my launching could be a lot better. We're uphill as well, so you know, it should be the recipe for a decent launch, right? I think. I don't know, but yeah, we're just getting prepped now. Just gonna like check the wheel bolts and stuff like that, get the camera batteries changed, and yeah, we'll be out in about an hour's time for our final race. Bad day for the EGs yesterday, obviously. Joe retired race 2 as well, the same issue. Josh didn't even start race 2, so yeah, they've had a real bad time. But what can the EP3 do in its last session, eh? Oh, we've just been approached by a Patreon as well. Join the Patreon, chaps. Alright, just been called to assembly for the third and final race of this weekend. I'm not ready, so I need to get ready, but yeah, see you out there. What can we do? Last race, starting 9th. Can we stay in the top 10 for a third and final time? Hopefully. It needs solid engine mounts, this. More solid ones. The rear one at very least. Because the wheel hop out of the tight corners is a bit bad. So we're going to try a second gear launch here. I'm going to try a second gear launch here. Hopefully you don't snap the drive shafts, that's the concern. You need probably about 4.5 revs and slip the clutch a bit and try and get it into VTEC, but VTEC's not until about probably nearly 40 miles an hour. Could be a problem. I need to try and get better at not heeling towing as well and just using the engine to slow me down as well as the brakes. Kind of slow, didn't it? The Sci-Fi Trophy. No, that's that. Fucking hell, that was shit. No, that's that. Fucking hell, that was shit.
Yes, Joe. Oh, Joe, no! Lucky lad! Oh, unlucky lad. Rear tyre's definitely still a bit cold. Yeah, I got a shit start there and I didn't fucking throttle it at all. It's useless. Let's try and cling onto this fast pack in front of us. No, no grass. No grass. No, no grass. Rear left tyre just takes some warming up. No wonder they all got mad on the green flag lap. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Can't keep in front of these guys. I'm struggling to keep up with the pack in front, hey! Jesus! I wonder where I'm losing out. Catching these guys up, I don't know what position we're in, probably 7th-ish I guess, I think. Driving pretty good anyway compared to the other racers. Car's going well. Big gap in front, big gap behind, but keeping her lit. I'm going to try that in third next round, just out of curiosity. I reckon might be better. Maybe better in third. To get some air, they're getting hot. Black and white flag goes up for this time. 777, last lap.
field, please, not the last lap. Yeah, we'll try and leave it in third gear around the right-hander down here. Seems it's doable. Feels like it should be. I should be able to keep the pace up a little bit. Yeah. So another pretty lonely race after the start, but good crack, wasn't it? Oh. Started 9th and we finished not too bad, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. It's weird, every time I come in it feels like the alignment goes off. I wonder what that's all about. I don't think I've really clattered any curves, have I? Well, race 3 all done. So kind of ended up in the same position again, where I weren't quite as fast as the fast pack, but I went with the mid pack. I was somewhere in the middle. So that was another top 10, 8th. So I've done 7th, 9th and 8th. So 3 results in the top 10. I'll take that. You know, I would have liked to be a bit more competitive, obviously, but just couldn't hang with the fast cars at all. I need to get ready anyway, obviously, because I've got to drive to Scotland after this, as I've mentioned once or twice, but I'm just going to get loaded up and then I'll give you a little outro of the forts. It's been a good weekend though, regardless, of course. You know, some good Honda content for you all, yeah? Good about Joe. He come past me on the straight after I got in front of him on the first lap. I had a horrible start, didn't I? I don't know what I did. It's that green flag lap and then I just fumbled getting ready, so... yeah, it is what it is. Alright, the prize giving for the Type R trophy. So the championship was decided today. We just filtered in for this last round, but yeah, championship was decided. They're just giving the trophies for the race today, I think. A nice little surprise at the end. I heard my name get called, I wasn't sure what was happening, so I threw Josh the camera. Turns out the Type R trophy do a Driver of the Day award, and I'd won that, so yeah, nice one.
Hey, look at this. And unfortunately, my wife was pulled off. The man in second place and had dramas as well. I wonder if he was just taking a shortcut there. Yeah, but you know.
Not faulting about.
Just lurking.
Best wank person.
Driver of the day.
What will that shit smash into him? To be fair, like around corners and stuff like that, you look like you're fully committed.
That was a nice surprise at the end. A prize giving there. Driver of the day. The driver of the weekend, I guess, because you know it's been a double header. But yeah, that's good. It's nice to hear. This car, and we spoke about it when we got it in the unit in the barn. You know, it's not been so successful in its previous outings, but yeah, 3 top 10s. That's good. Got me driver of the day. I mean, a lot of it was setting it up beforehand as well, and there's still definitely a lot more to do with it. Definitely a few more seconds we can try and find, but yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. I wasn't expecting that. Buzzing. Right, we're a few hours on. Just got back to the barn. Getting ready to get up to Scotland now. Yeah, good times, busy weekend. How was Type R Trophy? Type R Trophy was a lot of fun, yeah? Of course it was. I mean, it was a little bit strange where I was in the field. Weren't quite as fast as the fast people, but was a good chunk in front of the middle of the pack, let's say. There's usually, like, well, in MR2 racing, usually the fast group takes away, then there's the midfield, and then, you know, there's usually big chunks of people racing against each other. But for most of the 3 races, after the initial start and getaway, I was just on my own, which was a bit weird, wasn't it? A little bit strange. But I got driver of the day, which I think translates to driver of the meeting, given there was, you know, 3 races over 2 days. So I'll take that. We've took a car that traditionally spends a lot of time at the back of the grid, and we got it in the top 10. So yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? I would have liked to have a bit more pace. I had more pace in testing than what I did in any of the racing or in qualifying or anything, which, yeah, I don't know what. I need to have a look at the footage. We didn't have the optimal data. I'm gonna buy another data machine, I think. I'm gonna buy a, well, something portable-ish that I can take into track cars and all that and not get too much bother off people for having my phone in the car, which I normally use my phone with an external GPS, but you know, I forgot the external GPS bit, and it's not the first time I've done it, and for 2, it's, you know, it's illegals for Motorsport UK now to have a mobile phone or a tablet in your car. I know some people use tablets as dashboards, but that's what the rules say. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was good to dip my toe in the Type R Trophy. Will I do it next year? I'm not sure. We'll see. It's very competitive, isn't it? I mean, the MR2 was very competitive, and we spent a lot of time getting up near the front in that, and you know, I really would prefer to continue on with the MR2 at full pace. What I don't want to end up doing is entering 2 championships, trophies or whatever, and doing them half-arsed, you know, or not being able to do one full, or to do them both at the full potential. I don't want them interfering with each other, you know. Have I got the capacity to put my full weight behind 2 different series production spec race series? Maybe, but if I've not, and if I'm doing them 2 poorly rather than 1 strongly, then maybe it's not good. And maybe we might want to race the Integra as well, in something. Obviously there's not an Integra championship, but there's things we can do, isn't there? So racing's coming to an end for this year. Thanks to everyone who supported me this year on the Patreons and stuff like that, but the racing is coming to an end. We've got Alton next week, and there's not really much after that, really. I've said I might do another one of the KA races towards the end of the year, but after Alton MR2s next week, there's nothing planned, or nothing booked anyway, so see what happens, eh? It's been a wild ride though, hasn't it, 2022? Season review will be pretty good, for sure. But that's all from today. I need to get myself on the road and up to Scotland. So I'll see you there for our next video at Driftland.